Hey Lexi, I know it's been years since we've seen each other, but I just want to thank you for the years of friendship that we had, and I also want to update you on some exciting news about what God is doing in my life starting in September. But before I do that, I want to share more about the journey and how I've gotten to this point. As you know, I went on the world race last year, traveling to 11 different countries in 11 months, and the biggest question in my mind was, how do I use film most effectively to build God's kingdom? And what I discovered from traveling to country after country was that their biggest need was for funding. Funding to build the next orphanage, funding to hire that next pastor, whatever it was. So I decided to actually create a fundraising video for the school we were working with in Nepal. Sure enough, it started generating some funds, but what I discovered is that if I do this long term, if I'm living in the United States, first of all, it's going to take a lot of money for me to fly to whatever country it is, for me to stay there, for me to fly back, and then it's going to take a while for that video to actually generate the full amount of funding that they need for that project. And I just started thinking, this can't be the most effective way. God, there's got to be a better way. Month 9 of the world race, I stumbled across these tutorials online that basically show you how to create an online business by selling something digital, like a video course, for instance. Once we create the course, put it online, and automate the marketing, the course will continue to reach new customers for the foreseeable future, which means that it generates a constant source of passive income for the ministry, which can then fuel the greater vision that they have. Taking this model, I don't know everything that there is to know about it. I'm far from it right now, and I need mentors, I need business leaders to come alongside me. So that's where the big news comes in. I've actually been accepted to something called the G42 Leadership Academy in Mijas, Spain. So for the first 3 months, I'll be in the classroom in Spain where we'll have heart transformational teaching as well as teaching from business leaders and ministry leaders from around the world. Then the second 3 months, we'll be doing our practicum where we're actually going out into the world, living out what we've learned and taking practical steps into what we feel like the Lord is calling us to do. So for me, that could mean going out on the mission field and creating a video course for a ministry in a foreign country, something like that, who knows. Then the last 3 months, we're back in the classroom, solidifying everything that we've learned and making a plan for really beginning to launch into whatever we feel like the Lord is calling us to do. But I can't do this alone. I actually need to raise $10,500. So I invite you to consider a donation of $25, $50, $100, whatever the Lord puts on your heart, because you're not only investing in me, you're actually also investing in every single ministry, missionary, and organization that will be impacted by the skills that I learned during this time. So I thank you in advance for your investment in the journey that the Lord is continuing to take me on.